Okay, and we can fade in. Go ahead.
Well, good morning, Legal Show family. My name is Jim Shelvy. I want to thank the people that showed up here on a Saturday morning to help us record this license training webinar that we're going to put out for you. I just want to go over kind of what to expect and what you're going to see in this webinar. It's going to be a series of videos that we're going to make available online so that you can go and reference back any material. It's going to give you kind of a template to understand what to expect in Legal Shield. So before we go into the individual modules, let me tell you what to expect of this webinar. So this is the introduction portion, and what we're going to talk about is the tools that you have available to you. Somewhere within the content, you are going to have a Missouri prepaid legal insurance exam study guide that we're going to make available to you. And wherever you got this information, you should be able to get this study guide from the same source. In addition, there is a summary of the Missouri prepaid legal exam that will also be available to you for download. And then there will be a practice test that is going to have a series of well over 100 questions that kind of prepare you for what to expect during the test. So what I wanted to do is go over in this introduction what you can expect of the testing situation itself. The test consists, and I'm going to ask for some feedback from the room, the test consists of how many questions? Anybody?
50.
50 questions, and you have to have a passing score of 70. That's exactly right, which means if you get 69, you did not pass. So we're going to make sure that we go through all of this and get you set up. The neat thing about the Pearson VUE test is whatever area that you didn't do so well is going to be highlighted on the sheet that you get. So if there's something you need to go back and redo, everything's going to be separated into individual segments. I don't know how many videos the final product will have, but we are going to break it into sections. The first one's going to be the Legal Shield contract, and then we're going to have questions after that section. Then we're going to have a section on the Department of Insurance, Director of Insurance, I'm sorry. We're going to have a section on the Director of Insurance and then questions. We're going to talk about licensing requirements in a separate video. We're going to talk about marketing practices, cancellation and non-renewal. We're going to talk about unfair claim settlement practices, and we're going to talk about the Missouri prepaid legal law. At the end of each section, again, we're going to have questions from the field. So hopefully some of your questions that you may have when you're watching this webinar will be asked by someone here in the room, which is why we're doing it in front of a live audience. In addition, when we're done with that, we are going to go into a summary. And that summary is going to talk about this. I think right now it's 9 pages. We may add some to it, so the finished product maybe 10, maybe 8. But it is going to be a summary of everything that was in the original 60-plus page study guide. And if you go through this prior to taking the test, you've done your due diligence, you've reviewed the information, this summary guide should get you in the right mindset, right frame of mind to go actually take the test and pass, which is the ultimate goal. We are also going to have testimonials and tips. So for all the people that have taken the test, whether they passed or not, there's going to be something that they took from that test. And what we're going to ask for is a series of people in the room to come up and just share their experiences. So that's going to be on the testimonials and tips section. So, just in preparation, the first part that we're going to go over is what to expect when you take the Missouri prepaid legal license.